Hello, I'm Reagan Boggs, and welcome to Reagan's World. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2023. I'd like to apologize first of all for my voice. I've been getting over a head cold now for like the last 4 or 5 days, and I'm getting better, but I'm still not there. I digress though. Today I'm going to talk about Executive Order 04167. This executive order may seem benign, but I think we should all become aware of the problems that could arise from a central bank digital currency. With a CBDC, we'd give our government unprecedented power to look at our spending power of the average American, tracking our spending habits, making it possible to track behavior, movement, preferences, and political and social engagements. Our government would automatically know where we spent our money and where to increase taxes to make the most money. They probably do this under the guise of something like the Patriot Act, which was sold to us to defeat terror, and now it attacks our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. In China, they use the clause, submit transaction data to the central bank via a synchronous transmission on a timely basis to keep track of necessary data in order to crack down on money laundering and criminal offenses. And I imagine that it would be about the same here. I'm sure they attach a ESG, an economic social governance score, to every account. I was looking at different businesses on the internet the other day, and I was surprised at how many businesses have their ESG score displayed somewhere on their website. This means that if they don't like what you're spending your money on, your carbon footprint, or your politics, they could shut down your account. Much in the same way that Canada's Justin Trudeau froze the bank accounts of the Canadian truckers that were protesting Canada's vaccine mandate. I'm sorry if I seem skeptical of all this, but yet again I'm going to bring up the Patriot Act. Our government passed this with the intention of protecting us from terrorists. It allowed for broad warrants to be issued by a secretive court. Allows the FBI to get wiretaps and not have to identify the target. It allows the FISA court warrants for electronic monitoring of people. And national security letters allows the FBI, without a court order, to obtain telecommunication, financial, and credit records deemed relevant to government investigation. Since the passing of the Patriot Act in 2001, our FBI and government has been found to have infringed on our privacy and constitutional rights numerous times. The FBI has admitted in a report to the President's Oversight Board that it has violated the law at least 800 times on national security letters, and the report says that the FBI, quote, may have violated the law on government policy as many as 3,000 times between 2003 and 2007, unquote. The NSL during the Bush administration after 9/11 said that libraries need to turn over all books checked out and got records from 545 libraries in the year afterwards. The Electronic Frontier Foundation uncovered indications that the FBI committed upwards of 40,000 intelligence violations in the 9 years prior to 9/11. The ACLU claims 111 incidences of illegal domestic political surveillance since 9/11 in 33 states. All of this makes me extremely skeptical in our government's ability to control a central bank digital currency without abusing its power and control on the American people. We have to contact all of our lawmakers, both state and federal, and let them know that we don't want them to control us with a CBDC. Remember, be the change that you want to see.
You and I have lived too long with this miracle to properly be appreciative. Freedom is a fragile thing, and it's never more than one generation away from extinction. It is not ours by way of inheritance. It must be fought for and defended constantly by each generation, for it comes only once to a people. And those in world history who have known freedom and then lost it have never known it again. Knowing this, it's hard to explain those among us who even today would question the people's capacity for self-government. I've often wondered if they will answer, those who subscribe to that philosophy, if no one among us is capable of governing himself, then who among us has the capacity to govern someone else? Using the temporary authority granted by the people in increasing number lately at all levels of government, have sought control even of the means of production, as if they could do this without eventually controlling those who produce. And always they explain this as necessary to the people's welfare. The deterioration of every government begins with the decay of the principle upon which it was founded. This was written in 1748, and it's as true today as it was then. Government is the people's business, and every man, woman, and child becomes a shareholder with the first penny of tax paid.